Welcome into episode 21 of Breaker Banter. Excited for a great interview with Trey Fischer joining the panel today. Had a pair of goals last weekend against the Moccasins. Excited to be able to talk to him. But housekeeping as always. Stocking stuffer deals are still live. That includes 4 tickets to the December 27th game against the Baton Rouge Zydeco, 4 official game pucks, 4 small waffle cones from Ben & Jerry's Biloxi, and 4 Sky Zone jump passes. That's a $224 value, all for just $88. You can call our office to get yours today or visit us at 1643 East Pass Road in Gulfport. Additionally, we're very excited to welcome the Gulfport Admirals 7A State Championship team to our home game this Friday, December 19th. Their head coach will be dropping the ceremonial puck, so it's going to be a really cool opportunity to integrate the football and hockey communities. We hope you can be there to join us and help honor the 7A State champions. Congratulations to Gulfport, who was able to win that title. Great game, 21-20. But this upcoming weekend, a home-and-home series for the Breakers. On Friday night, they take on the Monroe Moccasins at home. It will be Ugly Sweater Night, so come out and join us. It will be a great way to get into the holiday spirit ahead of Christmas, heading into that week. So come out and see the Breakers and the Moccasins. A little rivalry brewing, so you know you're going to get some hard-hitting, high-scoring action. And then the next night, they'll be on the road in Monroe, taking on the Moccasins at the Monroe Civic Center at 7 o'clock. You can catch the game on Breakers TV on YouTube, Sportfy, 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi, or at Walk-Ons in D'Iberville. But that just about wraps up our intro. We're going to bring on Trey for the meat and potatoes of our interview coming up here on Breaker Banter.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Devin Dobek here with Trey Fischer. Trey, welcome to Breaker Banter. Happy to have you on with us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Trey, take us through your early hockey journey. Growing up playing the sport up in Canada, when did you begin to play, and who were your early mentors?
I started skating around 2 years old. My dad got me out on the ice as soon as possible. I started playing competitively around 4. We actually lied and said my birthday was a little earlier than it is. And my dad's been a huge mentor throughout my whole hockey career. My grandpa has been huge in that too, as well as like my older cousins. One of them was a goalie. And then the one that's closer to me in age, he was. I played with him actually all the way up until about 8 years old. So those were some big people in my life for my hockey career.
And we know you're a skater now, but growing up, my understanding is you played a little net. You were the goalie in between the pipes. So tell us a little bit about that, and then your development to ultimately becoming a skater.
Yeah, I played goalie up until I think I was like 10, 11 years old. I always loved like the custom masks, the custom gear. You know, that stuff was pretty sick. So. Yeah, I'd play as much goalie as they would let me, but we were supposed to change them in and out, and I think I ended up playing like 75% of the games, so I loved it.
Your favorite NHL team and player that you looked up to growing up?
Growing up, it was the Chicago Blackhawks and Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, that era. I've recently converted to an Oilers fan in the past about like 5 years ago, so now it's definitely Connor McDavid.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
But when did you realize that hockey was something you wanted to pursue long term? I know it's been a love-hate journey for you with the sport, but take us through that for a moment.
I think I've always really, really loved it. Growing up, I raced dirt bikes too, and I was heavily into that. Around 12, 13 years old is kind of when I made the change, decided I was going to do hockey full time. I was doing spring hockey and all that, and I just had a couple really good years, met some people, great people, and it kind of just ended up just kept going with that, and the dirt biking went down to the side and never looked back, kept going.
And so you find yourself now as a pro, but let's go back a few layers before that. 2019-2020, you play for 2 teams in the KIJHL, including the Princeton Posse and the Golden Rockets. What do you remember about those seasons and what they taught you at that part of your hockey journey?
You don't really, I remember mainly like the people I met along the road, my teammates. That's definitely the first thing that comes to mind. But it was my first taste of like, this isn't just for fun anymore. This is something that you got to work every day, show up to the office, and it's a grind. So I think that kind of pushed the mental side of the game for me for sure. And then also it just opened up many other doors on the ice too. And it's some of the best days of your life. Everybody talks about juniors. Everybody loves juniors. It's the greatest time. So.
But around that time as well, the coronavirus was starting to come into the fold right around that 2020 year. What did you do during COVID to stay in shape and keep your skills fine-tuned?
Pretty much just worked. Like everything was shut down. So I worked a lot, but I got on the rollerblades, got the green biscuit going. Me and my stepbrother, we actually played together for a couple years growing up. So we'd get out in the backyard and just rip around and have a good time. That's probably the biggest thing that, kept me going.
Outside of hockey, were there any other hobbies that you spent your time with? You mentioned the dirt biking and things like that, but what else?
The gym a lot. That's actually probably when I dove into the gym the most. I had a little setup in my garage, not much, but it got the job done. So I worked out quite a bit. And, I actually took up running too. Weird one, because I always hated running, but
just wanted to get outside.
Yeah, I just wanted to get outside, and I mean, being where I'm from, it's beautiful. So get out and run, see the mountains. It's a good time.
So 2020 to 21, after the COVID has started to subside a little bit, you play 6 games for the Chilliwack Jets, and actually COVID was still going on. But was it a nice time to get back on the ice after all the chaos? Like, what were your memories from just hitting the ice for the first time after the virus shut things down?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome to get back into the room, see the guys, and then get back on the ice. Jumped right into training camp, and I just remember we played scrimmages, and I think I didn't go. I went in not really knowing what to expect, being away from the rinks for so long, but ended up doing really well. I got a couple goals the first game and a couple assists, and I knew it was going to be a good year, and yeah. Sucks it got cut short at 6 games, but it is what it is.
Yeah, crazy times back then. But
Yeah.
after that, once again, we come officially out of the virus. 21-22, you're with the Northern Alberta Tomahawks of the GMHL, also known as the G Show, more familiarly known. But 16 goals and 40 assists in 29 games played there. 82 penalty minutes as well. Did you feel that you really hit your stride here and began to fine-tune your game?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's kind of when I came into my own. That was probably the best shape I was in up until that point in my life. And then just having the access to the rink and everything like that, I think I really took off. It was a great opportunity for me because, COVID shut down my 20-year-old year, and everyone looks forward to their 20-year-old year. So it was nice to get one more kick at the can for sure.
After that, 23-24, you go to the Kalkaska Battlers of the MIHL. You played 20 games for them, logged 32 points, 12 goals, 20 assists. What made you want to leave the MIHL and pursue your career as a pro?
I think, for me and for a lot of guys, it's just climbing the ladder, right? You want to keep moving up and hopefully other opportunities present themselves. So it was just one of those things. The next step was moving up, and that's to the Fed and so on.
How much different did you see the FPHL game through your lens, coming up through the GMHL, the MIHL, then you come into the FPHL? How was the game different from where you'd play in juniors and then in the M?
It definitely got a little bit rougher. Guys got bigger, older, stronger. You have, going from juniors to the pros, you have that big age gap now where some guys can be pushing 30-something years old, right? So definitely noticed the size, the hitting, and just the grit for sure. At least at the FPHL, for sure, the grit, and that was the biggest thing.
Describe your style of game. What do you bring to the table, and how does it translate in this league?
A lot of people have called me a rat before, kind of like Brad Marchand, I guess. But I think I play a pretty grindy game. I get in the corners, I lay the bod, being an undersized guy, so I think that fits into the FPHL style a little bit, So it's been good. It's been good trying to adapt.
So at the end of your time with Kalkaska in the MIHL, you play one game, make your professional debuts for the Port Huron Prowlers. Take us through those emotions. Maybe you had a rookie lap. Maybe you just hit the ice as a pro for the first time, calling yourself a professional. What was it like?
It was awesome. Obviously super excited. A little nervous, but it's a privilege to be nervous. Yeah, me and one of my teammates from that year, Zach Damaris, really good buddy of mine. We actually played our first game together, so we went out and ripped a rookie lap together. It was awesome. So yeah, it was good.
Got to feel good to come up with somebody through the ranks, and then you guys would stick together even after Port Huron. We'll get into that in a moment. Actually, let's talk about it now. So you join and you sign with the Dashers Hockey Club. You sign with the Quad City Storm for training camp.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. You come to the Dashers Hockey Club with Zach DeMarce as well. But take us through that season in Danville. You played 35 games there, one of the longer tenure guys throughout all the turbulence and chaos. Just what went wrong, generally speaking?
I think we were getting really close to winning some games. We were definitely right on that turning point. We had some great players. Jacob Gagnon, who's producing points at this level right now, and went up to the SP last year. Nick Gulo, Brendan Stoichevsky. Those guys were our three big horses, right? And we lost those guys right around Christmas time, and I think we just tried to pick up the pieces, and the cookie just didn't crumble our way at any point, which was tough, but yeah.
Yeah, well, what positives can you say about things that happened in that year? You played 35 games, you had 5 goals, 9 assists, so there were some bright spots and a lot of close and heartbreaking losses. But speaking on a positive note, what did Danville give you?
I mean, like I've said, it's the people you meet along the way. I met a lot of great people, great fans, and then the boys. Like, I met some long-term friends, guys that, will be part of my life forever. That's probably one of the biggest things. But it also gave me my start in pro hockey, and that's something I'm forever grateful. And Danville will always kind of have a little place in my heart because of that. So.
And I'm going to bring it up for you because if you don't, I'm sure you're going to get a phone call. Nikolai Salov, your roommate, I'm sure someone you've stayed in touch with throughout the years and went on to play with the HC Venom for, which is where that brings us. So eventually your time with the Dashers comes to an end. You join the HC Venom out in Poughkeepsie, New York. 13 games there, a couple goals, couple assists. How was your experience there? Of course, you kind of went through the ringer playing for 2 ultimately defunct teams by the end of the season, but how was the Venom different from Danville?
I think I kind of learned, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and maybe it's greener in different patches kind of deal. Like, it was a great experience. I met a lot of great people, but, we won some games, which was awesome, but, you sacrifice a few things to win some hockey games, so it is what it was.
And now let's speak specifically. So the Dashers went winless for 43 games in a row, October 25th to March 20th. March 20th was the Dashers versus the Venom, and you're wearing a Venom uniform. How did it feel to be on the losing end of a team that you thought you probably would have walked by, a team that you'd been with forever and didn't get to see too many wins with? Now ultimately they're winning. How was that? What was that like?
Can't say it was the easiest night. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I mean, if you look at the score of that game, we got pumped. So it was a rough night in the office, that's for sure. But it was good to see all the boys, and it sucks losing, but at the same time, I know the grind that we all went through. So one bright side is seeing your boys finally get a win, as much as I wanted to win. But it was a crazy night, that's for sure.
So you had just one win in your time with the Dashers throughout that whole mess, and then you had a small handful with the Venom. Did you ever feel like maybe kind of down just based on the way things were going around you? What kept your love for the game and made you want to come back and do another professional season after a bit of a gong show in your rookie year?
Yeah, it definitely was some dark times. It was tough. Everybody plays this game to win. I think I felt this summer I had a lot to prove still, a lot more to give to the game too, and I dove right in. I made sure I was getting my training in. I was skating as much as possible, and I wanted to come back and be able to prove myself this year, because I felt like last year it was, the times were tough. It was hard to kind of do that with some of the situations going on.
And you've played a million different roles in your team with the Breakers now. We've seen you as the premier penalty killer, the 10th forward, getting forward minutes, playing defense. Now back at forward, you're the only guy with a point streak on the team, a 3-game point streak, an assist followed by back-to-back goals last weekend. What's been working well for you as of late to allow you to help out on the offensive side of things?
I think just going into every game with a positive attitude, knowing that I can be one of the best players on the ice that night. And then, just finding myself in the right spots at the right time. Getting the opportunity is a huge one, right? Being on the ice, being able to have those opportunities to play in the O-zone for sure. And I feel like that's kind of let me have the opportunity to start getting on the score sheet consistently, which has been awesome. So,
how did it feel to get your first one with your new team?
It was awesome. It was nice to finally get that one out of the way.
You also play a very physical game. What kind of impact does that have on the opposition and also for your group's morale?
I feel like for our group, at least, being one of the smaller guys on the team, one of the smaller guys maybe even in the league, I think it shows that it's not about size, weight, any of that. It's about it's about effort, it's about heart. So I think for our group that might be a little bit of a motivator, and then for other teams, they get a little bump from me, and then they hear the footsteps, and hopefully next time it's someone a little bit bigger laying the bot on them.
How do you like your teammates here in Biloxi? Although it's been a tough go as of late, do you feel any optimism that things could improve with this group?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got a great group of guys. Everyone wants to win. So I think that coming up, we definitely have the opportunity to win some games, and the group's just bonding day by day, getting closer and closer. So, the wins are definitely going to come. So it's exciting times.
Now, Charlie Penz is the coach who traded for you. You were a part of the PD Ice Cats at the beginning of the season. They held your rights after the whole expansion draft. But he trades Sam Turner for you and Declan Conway, bringing you in here. How did it feel to be valued and to have a coach go and make a move to bring you in here?
It was awesome. I mean, everybody wants to be wanted. So yeah, I was excited when I got the news, and I mean, I was at work on my lunch break when I found out. I didn't really get time to decompress and think about it, but it's definitely exciting to get a call and have someone, want you on their team, want to bring you in and try to win some games. So I was super excited from the get-go.
And now playing for Penner, what's that like? What kind of coach is he, and what kind of culture is he looking to build for you guys?
It's been awesome. He's been very vocal, very upfront and clear about what he expects out of us, which is, that's all you can ask for out of a coach. Obviously, we want to bring a winning culture, show up to the rink every day. I think we want to show up, and obviously everyone wants to show up and have fun, but we also know we got to put in the work. This is our job, so, we got to get there. We can't dilly-daddle. We got to work hard and work smart, and yeah.
All right, Trey, we'll wrap up with this. Your message to the fan base. I always give every guy an opportunity to say something to the fans before they close out their interview, so the floor is yours.
Thank you guys for all the support. It's been amazing. Thank you guys for showing up to all the games, and we definitely got some wins coming for you in the near future.
All right, that's Trey Fischer, forward number 9 for the Biloxi Breakers. Appreciate him joining our show. I'll be back to wrap things up on another episode of Breaker Banter when we return.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Appreciate Trey Fischer joining us on the panel here on Breaker Banter. Awesome to hear what he had to say. The two of us entered the league together, both with the Dashers pretty much last season, so it's been pretty cool to be side by side for his journey and watching him grow and develop a relationship with him. So awesome to get to sit down and chat with him here today, and happy that the success is finally coming. But walking you through our deals one more time. This Friday, December 19th, will be our ugly sweater night. Breakers will be wearing specialty uniforms. Come get in the holiday spirit with us, taking the game. The Gulfport Admirals will be in the house, the 7A state champion football team. So come out. Their head coach will be dropping our ceremonial puck. So it should be a really fun night to honor the Gulfport Admirals. Pretty big accomplishment. And then, of course, our stocking stuffer deal. That's 4 tickets to the December 27th game, 4 Sky Zone jump passes, 4 Ben & Jerry's waffle cones, right here at the Hard Rock in Biloxi, and 4 official game pucks, $224 value, all for just $88. So come and get yours. You can call our office, or you can visit us at 1643 East Pass Road in Gulfport. Breakers coming up this weekend. We'll have a home-and-home with the Moxons. I mentioned that game December 19th, 7 o'clock puck drop. The next night in Monroe, 7:05 puck drop. And then after Christmas, December 26th and 27th, a rivalry series with the Baton Rouge Zydeco. 2 home games, the 26th and the 27th at 7 o'clock. We hope you can come out and join us. But that just about wraps us up for episode 21. Thanks so much to everyone who came out to support us and all our viewers on YouTube. My name's Devin Dobek, and I'll see you next week. Or in 2 weeks. Merry Christmas. We'll be back here on Breaker Banter.